Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Gold and Silver, right here on YouTube. I didn't want to make this video this morning, but since I'm getting off late, and and I know I'm gonna want to play my game after I get off, read my Bible, and do all that stuff. Let's talk about our boy Nintendeen. All right, Nintendeen. Wow. Remember that my video I made the other night warning y'all that he was gonna lie? What I did not expect was him to actually manipulate words and make it sound like he knows what he's talking about. So I'm gonna make this video very brief because I was before I made this video, I had just got into my comment section telling niggas off, and now I was about to go and go shower and get dressed for the day. So let's keep this brief, and I'm gonna just go ahead and just say this because I think a lot of people are now manipulated. So first and foremost, what Nintendeen was saying in his video was sold in versus sold through. So basically, he was basically talking about sold in. That is what is sold to the freaking stores versus sold through, which is actually to the consumer. Now, does that sound familiar to you guys? Shipped and sold. So basically, he took the word ship and reversed it and told y'all sold in, which means sold into the stores, which that is the ship numbers. Those are ship numbers, what is shipped to the store, versus sold through consumers, which Nintendo does not report on. Nintendo does not report sold in numbers. They have to report the consumers' numbers. That's what the investors want. They don't want to hear how many units you sold to the retailer. They want to hear how many units they sold to you, the consumer. So what the Nintendeen basically is trying to say is, oh, people don't understand shipped versus sold. No, people understand that very well. Everybody knows that if the numbers were shipped numbers, those numbers would be very higher, and they will increase every single time. But Nintendo doesn't increase their numbers until units are sold. They can only tell the investors that they sold to consumers. That's the only thing they can report to investors. They can't report ship numbers because ship numbers look like they have more units in store. If this was the case, and I gave you a perfect example of what was going to happen, I was going to tell you that he was going to try to manipulate the words and everything. I tried to tell you in a short, sweet video. And I gave you the perfect example. A perfect example. There was a lot of Wii U's in stores, and we all know this because the damn thing only sold 13 million units. There was a lot of GameCube in stores, 21 million units. So basically what Nintendeen is basically saying, Nintendo only shipped 10 million units to the store. That's what he basically told you guys. He told you that it was only 10 million units shipped to stores, and that's all Nintendo has sold in. That's a lie. That is definitely a lie. No, nigga. You gotta take into account the difference. And he's trying to make it seem like, oh, Nintendo sold these consoles to the store. Of course, yes, retailers are buying these consoles to put on their store shelves, but Nintendo got to report what they are selling. And to back up their claims, they have to have a percentage of how many users are new and how many users are converting from Switch 1, which they do have. They have those numbers. And that disproves everything that Nintendeen is saying. Because Nintendo can tell that difference. In order for Nintendo to tell that difference, they have to have sold numbers. And Nintendo has that information in their investors' their investors section on their website. So when you get a chance, look that up because Nintendo does tell you how many users are coming from Switch One versus brand new users. The only way you can get that data if the units are being sold to consumers. It's your boy Kahuna Silver signing out. I hope I led y'all to the truth. Nintendeen is a manipulator of words, and I'm pretty sure that his fans don't know what the heck he's talking about. But you know they agree with him since it's dogging on Nintendo. But I'm out of here. Deuces.